We all know the feeling, we especially, of having a butterfly or several in your stomach. And a new children's book is helping kids tackle those nerves and fight stage fright.
Oh yeah, one of the authors knows a thing or two really about stepping onto the stage, right? Phillipa Soo made her Broadway debut as Eliza in the smash hit Hamilton. You may have heard of it. You may also recognize her from, never heard of it,
Never.
from the movie version on Disney+.
She also won a Grammy and was nominated for a Tony and an Emmy for that role. I mean, truly the definition of iconic. Also, last year, she starred in and executive produced the movie One True Loves.
And today, we are looking around at how lucky we are to be able to be alive right now. Look at that. It's just, the lyrics were just, I'm not even going to try to sing it.
That was for you for a reason,
I know.
too. Come on.
Lucky we are to be alive right now.
There you go.
Because Phillipa is joining us to talk about Piper Chen Sings. So let's give a big welcome to New York Living to Phillipa Soo. Yeah! Here we go. There you are. What's happening?
Gosh. Hello.
Good to see you.
For having me.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Mwah.
Thank you.
Oh,
There it
love
is.
it.
There you go.
There
okay.
it is. You tried.
So good.
Yes. Leave the singing to you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here.
The 10th floor where we do all of our work was a buzz when they heard that you were coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes me happy.
Before we get into anything, we have to ask you. I mean, did you know that this was going to be such a lasting production, Hamilton, when you signed up? I mean, you're an icon.
Yeah.
I'm so flattered. Thank you. I mean, no, I had no idea. I did know that it was great, and it was great art, and it was good people. And so I feel like I've sort of just followed that instinct as much as I can in this business. And you know, here I am with this book, and I'm so excited to promote it. And I think that it's another example of like one of those artistic endeavors where it just feels so right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so you just sort of follow that instinct.
I love it. I love that you kind of you do all these different things, and you're like, let me add author to the list of
Right.
things that I could do as well.
Seriously.
I have an almost 2-year-old, so I'm into the children's book game right now, full on in. Every single night we got to read a book. So let's talk about yours. First time writing a book, a children's book. So what kind of inspired you to do this?
Well, I've always loved children's literature, and I wrote this book with my sister-in-law, Maris Pasquale-Doran, who is a psychotherapist and a mother. And she and I were just chatting at a Christmas party, a family gathering, and we both said, I'd love to write a children's book one day. And so I said, well, let's do one together. And so this was 2018. It's been a very long process.
Wow.
That was like the very beginning, the very seed of this idea. And then time passed, we were sort of grappling with what we wanted to say. I mean, that's really the hardest thing, is figuring out like, what do you want to give to a young generation of people? And we landed on this idea of Piper, this little Asian American girl who has big feelings, and she's trying to navigate her way through the world.
I love that. So relatable. It is about Piper. Let's get into the meat of it. She loves to sing, but she gets nervous before a performance. Relatable. Is Piper in any way, shape, or form based on you?
Oh, totally. I mean, I had nervous butterflies when I was a little girl, and she's very much inspired by a younger version of myself. And as we were creating this story and creating her world, we really were trying to define what her experience was. That, yes, she has nervous butterflies, but what is the story about? It's about how you can hold two feelings at once, how you can be excited and scared, and also still enjoy doing the thing that makes you nervous. And I think, you know, especially with Piper, she's able to overcome that because of her wonderful Nai, her grandmother, who gives her some help in that department. And, you know, it just reminds me of my own grandmother, and I just feel like I feel so proud to be able to pay homage to her with this story.
Yeah, with that picture, Dave, throw that picture back up that we just had on the screen
family
right
photo.
now. Family photo here, because it was a little bit of a blast from the past, I think, for you.
Oh, yeah.
What are we looking at here?
That's my cousin and I. I'm not sure. I think it's at her house, but yeah, I'm on the right. We look very similar, by the way.
Yeah.
I love the French.
By the way, she's gonna love that she's on this show. She has no idea. But yeah, you know, that bang look from the 90s,
iconic.
classic.
Yeah. We were all there.
Yeah, but that's
Even I was there. I had a bowl cut.
yes, lots of bowl cuts in that decade. But you know, it was a lovely childhood growing up, and I'm so grateful that I had parents and a family that supported my endeavor in the arts through all of my big feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's always something to be learned from a children's book, no matter how old you are. Didn't we just celebrate National Children's Book
Yes,
Day? Like
it
the day
was.
do you remember your favorite book growing up?
Gosh, well, I mean, there's Angelina Ballerina.
Oh my
If
God.
you give a mouse a cookie, The Giving Tree.
The Giving Tree.
Any of like Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
I mean, it was just like every night it was a story. And I think that's what I love about when I was coming up with this idea and writing this book with Maris, you know, we were like, this is maybe going to be the first story that a kid hears. I mean, that's how we start, right? You know, more than watching a movie, more than listening to your parents tell a story, you're sitting on their lap or a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle, and they're reading to you.
And you always remember it. I remember the songs my mom sang me. I remember the books that my parents read me before bed. So you're really going to be with them.
Yeah, it's a really intimate experience.
I can't wait to read Olivia this book. Right, by the way, she could care less about The Giving Tree. My favorite book. I've tried many times, and I think it's just because there's just a tree and a boy.
What about Goodnight Moon? Does she like that one?
She loves Goodnight Moon.
Goodnight
There's a lot going on in the book, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the illustration like in this book? Because if it's just a tree and a boy, she's out.
Well, listen, there's a lot going on. The illustrations are by Chin Lang, who's an incredible illustrator, and we're so lucky that we had her with us on this book. She really created this gorgeous world. You know, when we were pitching the idea of what we were looking for, we just said we wanted to feel handmade, we wanted to feel nostalgic, and she went above and beyond our wildest dreams of capturing this world. One of my favorite pages in the book is the scene where Piper is waiting backstage with all of her classmates, and the teacher is trying to, you know, get everybody ready to go on stage. And if you look at each of the children in that picture, in that spread, they're all going through their own experience backstage, and you can sort of like, you know, pinpoint each one. And you know, already I've had friends who've told me like, oh, Spotty the Dog is a big hit. We've reread it many times because of Spotty the Dog, or even the dumplings, the stuffed animals that are on her bed. I mean, the details are just so rich.
You guys really thought of everything.
We did, and Chin did. She did fabulous.
Shout out to her. And you mentioned you wrote the book with your sister-in-law. What was that experience like for you?
It was awesome. I mean, you know, she's an awesome lady, so I had no doubt that we were going to have a great time making it. I didn't know that it was going to be so joyful and so fun. And especially, you know, her expertise in her field, and also being a mom of two kids who are my nephews, you know, she had a lot of wisdom to impart. And also, it was just a great symbiotic partnership. We had a great time making it. I mean, we would pinch ourselves every day. And also, we did most of it on FaceTime because of the pandemic. And so you think, okay, like, let's see how this is going to work. But it was actually seamless. It was awesome.
So looking back, right, in the rearview mirror, young Phillipa, looking back to today, still stage fright? Still get the butterflies going on?
I had the butterflies behind this door.
Oh my goodness.
For nothing.
For us, please. You know, I'm flattered. But
but it's interesting because the butterflies changed, you know.
That is so
They change with you, and when you acknowledge them, when you say hello to them, that is your first step in, you know, navigating any emotions that you have, is acknowledging that you have them.
Right. What's next?
Many things
Back
that
on stage?
I can't tell you yet.
Oh,
but I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited that this book is finally out in the world.
I gotta read this book. It seems like I could learn a lesson from it.
Seriously.
I have butterflies all the time.
Every morning. Every morning.
Phillipa Soo, thank you so much. Congratulations on your first book.
Thank you.
Very